Hello. Hello. So, it's been a few weeks. Oops. I know I said my goal was to do a video every week. But, it's like, stepping stones. Baby steps, I just get sometimes distracted, unmotivated. But, at the end of the day, I do eventually get some things done. I have a first draft. It's called The Reds on Scum Ave. And it's about these three wannabe Afro punk rockers. It's like a day in the life kind of thing, Yeah, I'm still working on it. That was the worst summer I've ever given. I'm like the worst at pitching shit. That's another thing I have to learn. But yeah, so the next step is the red pen. Tell me how you really feel. So the rule of screenwriting is you never shoot your first draft. So I plan on doing, because it's a short film, I plan on doing about maybe 5 drafts of this. And it's about punk rock, so I don't want to be so tight, and scripty. But I do need to work on it, so this is where the red pen comes in handy. So this is what we're gonna do. Draft. So after I go through this whole thing is going to be covered in red doodles and little notes and stuff. Like grammar. Maybe I'll cut something. I like this intro, so I'm going to keep it. But this should be covered in changes and add-ons and all different types of stuff. Yeah. And I eventually want to get this to be around, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes. Rule of thumb is 1 page of screenplay is 1 minute in movie time. I think 15 minutes, 20 minutes will be pretty good. But I also want to figure out if I can do. Sometimes there were movies that they only had an outline. They didn't really have set scenes. I mean, they had the locations. I guess they had scenes, but a lot of the stuff was organic. There was a movie, I can't remember what it was called. It was like a 40-page outline, and eventually became a 2-hour movie. A 40-minute script to a 2-hour movie. And I want to see if I can. I've never done that before, but I want to see if I can maybe do something like that. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now with this script. It's still a process to get myself motivated. Honestly, I was supposed to shoot this last week. I kind of finished out the draft I have right now last week, but it took me a bit to actually make this video. Like I said in the beginning, it's like I have to rewire my brain, because when I first started doing any of this back in 2010, 11, 12, non-stop writing scripts. I would stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning writing scripts, and they were shit, which is fine, but at least I was writing and I was motivated. I'm just trying to get that fire back. I need that fire right now. I don't know how I got to this point where I can't even get the energy or inspiration to write a script, but that's where I'm at right now. But I'm getting back in it. I was clicking that. Oops. Something else I didn't mention in other videos. I actually am a part of a film group called Bad Film Studios. We made 2 films. One of the films that I actually uploaded last week, What's the Matter, Skeeter Jones. That was super experimental. And I'll do another video talking about that one, because I have a lot to say on that film. Um, but it's not like I'm not filming. I filmed last November, and we have to re-edit it because it's also shit. I shouldn't say shit. One thing I'm learning is making sure what I write on the page, it needs to get translated over to when we shoot. You know, make sure the actors know what they're doing. They know the characters. That's something I'm kind of falling short on because I had a vision of a film that I wrote. But then when I saw the footage, it wasn't even close. Even with an editor, it wasn't close. And that's another thing. We had an editor for that, but now I'm gonna edit it and see if I can make a film. Am I rambling? I feel like I'm not. Because I don't know. This is the state of my brain. I'm just all over the place. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, bad films. Yeah, so I am part of like the community out here where I live. But because of the COVID thing, we've been shut down since March. But we've been still having meetings, so that's going good. But on the things because you have your film company that you're part of. We do our thing as a team, but I also want to do things on my own, because people do on their own. People do on their own. My God. People do on their own in my art. This is my life. I'm not gonna edit this out either. Like the people in our group, they do their own side projects. You know what I mean? And I need to be doing my own side projects because we have a difference in taste. You know what I mean? I got to have a dose of that last year, but I tried to do something shocking. Didn't really have a good feedback from that. My brain's scattered. I literally can't even do this video straight. So this is what I'm doing. It's crazy that I don't really feel excited to do this, which is it's another thing I'm struggling with. I am excited to do it. It's just it's so hard now. It's so damn hard. Because when I'm at work, I'm super depressed. And when I think about making films, I get excited and it gets me through the day. But then when I actually sit down and do the work, script writing, it's a lot of work. And I get frustrated hard, I just want to get back to where my mind was back when I was like, 24? Oh my God, I just told you my age. Back in 2012, I think it was like 24 or something. It was like nonstop. I want that fire that I had without the shit scripts that I was writing back then. Because now I'm ready to go. I have good ideas, I'm just ready to go, and I'm struggling to get my brain back. Alright, I think I'm done. So my goal now is to get this script covered in red pen, and make a draft 2. My goal is to make it, right now it's like 7-8 pages. My goal is 15 to 20. I think I said 10-15. But 15 to 20 I think is a good place. Especially if some of it can be organic. And then, if things can be organic and things happen, there is a thing called the 40-page feature film. A feature film is usually 90 minutes or more, 90 pages or more. But Sundance, they define a feature film by 40 minutes or more. And there are feature films that have been 40 minutes, 60 minutes. And I'm a true believer in that. And I feel like there's a lot more of this script that I'm holding back. But I really just want to do a short film. Because this is another thing I do. I'm always going to do a short film, and then it becomes a feature film, and then I don't do anything. Because I don't have the money for a feature film. You have to raise it, and it's a whole different series of videos. But it's something I do have to learn, which I'm learning with my film group, Bad Film Studios. And also, this is a really, really good book. called Producer to Producer. A little hot. It's called Producer to Producer. By Maureen Ryan. She's a producer. She's done stuff, but it's really good. I feel like I was overexposed this whole entire time. Whatever. Alright. So, anyway. So, I will upload next week. This time next week. And, I'll have a draft too, and then we'll go from there. So, Auf Wiedersehen. Does this make me pretty, Daddy? Am I pretty now?